it's a scary experience for a lot of people purchasing or selling a home, and we want to be the education behind that alongside a partner with their real estate agent or their lender.
Wow.
So I think that when you run a company or a business yourself, like it's really important to take responsibility for whatever's happening in the transaction, right? And I know that for me, myself, like that's sometimes really hard to do. Like I really messed up. I have to take responsibility for that. I know that you guys, Jason, deal with that a lot. And I just want to say, like, I've dealt with that with Magnolia, and I was so happy. I had a little mistake. I called you, you immediately answered, immediately fixed it, and took responsibility for it. I think that is such a huge leadership thing for any company or for any realtor to see or any client to see. Like, how do you get that throughout your company? That's a hard thing to do.
And I think that comes from the whole culture side of it. I mean, most of us grew up here. I grew up here in Lake County, and our whole slogan for Magnolia is people you know, people you trust. You should trust the people you work with, and
Wow.
I believe that that's how a lot of us work over here.
So when you guys do these company trips, what are you getting out of that? What kind of connections does that do? How does that help a company? I think that's amazing. We try to do that, and we get so much out of it as a company. So how does that work for you guys?
It is so much fun. So every year I plan the company retreat, and I have so much fun with it. This year we went to Cocoa Beach, and we rented a whole place, and it was all 30 employees. The first night we do a group dinner. We actually got a chef to come in, and we all hung out, and then everyone gets to bond. I mean, we have offices in Winter Park, Lake Nona, Waterford, Homosassa, Clearmont, Eustis, so we're separated, but we're a team. So when we make that time to block out a long weekend and spend time with each other, it's great. This year we did back in the day, field day at school. I'm talking sponges into a water bottle. We made people I don't care if you swam, you had to go around a power pole that was out in the water with a kayak,
Wow.
tag your partner, and then flip a cup, tug of war. It was great. But I made sure I took people from different offices and put them all together. And it was great. I just think that it bonds people and shows them who the real you are, not just picking up that phone and, hey, can you help me on this? You get to understand who people are and question games, all of it.
But you do that even outside of your company. Like that's how I feel like you've created this culture even within our industry where you're not just making business friendships, like you're making actual people friendships.
Oh yes, I believe that that's how it is. I mean, if I'm going to work with you and we speak all the time and we become friends, and I truly, truly care about the people I work with and growing their business and watching them be successful and being a help with it.
So I think what a lot of people forget too is why you're doing things like that, why you're having events like that, why you're building that culture and that community in your business, you're actually setting an example for a lot of other companies. So you're changing a lot more lives than just directly with your company. So I feel like everybody is usually watching, and how do we make our company better? So I think it's just a great leadership thing that it really is good for our community. The more that we can do that, there's more people following behind the scenes and trying to change their company. So you're indirectly changing a lot of lives that are outside of your company. Maybe some other title companies and closing companies or real estate companies, they're going, hey, this is a great idea. And it's actually just a further reach than you probably imagine.